Deep Gyan power welcomes you. Today I want to speak to you from the heart. Perhaps hearing this will stir something within you. Perhaps something will break. And perhaps something new will be born. Today we will talk about the trap of thought. That net, which is invisible but spread everywhere. It binds, it pulls, and then slowly it devours us. But have you ever asked yourself, why do I think so much? Today's story begins with that very question. His name was Vivek, consciousness discretion. Externally, everything was fine. Job, family, reputation. But internally, there was a constant noise. As soon as he woke up, his mind would race. What must I do today? Did I express myself correctly yesterday? What if I fail? He would eat, but the taste was lost. He would sleep, but sleep wouldn't come. And when he sat in silence, that's when the noise was loudest, the noise of his own mind. Days passed. Slowly, he started getting tired. He told no one because what could he say? I just think. This complaint didn't even feel like a real complaint. But one night, tossing and turning in bed, Vivek asked himself, is all of this my own trap of thought? Thought? It helps us make decisions, but when this same thought revolves again and again, it becomes a burden on the mind. Vivek observed that 5 types of thoughts ran inside him. Past thoughts. Why did I say that? Future anxiety. What if I lose my job? Fear-based thoughts. What will people say? Comparison. Thoughts. How did he get ahead of me? Fantasy thoughts. I wish I were there. But is every thought true? No. And this is where the journey of awareness begins. What is thought? Thought is a necessary tool, but when it starts controlling you, it's time to observe it, to understand it, and sometimes simply to be silent. See the thought, only then can you be free from it. Thought, or a thought process, is the mechanism by which our mind converts facts, experiences, memories, assumptions, fantasies, and emotions into words or images. Thought can be for solving a problem. Sometimes, thought runs due to fear. Sometimes thinking becomes a habit without necessity. In simple words, thought. The mind's constant internal dialogue, which can be essential but also illusory. A thought, an idea, a fantasy, a reaction. We are thinking something in every single moment. You are still thinking, why am I listening to this? What will I gain from it? Am I really stuck in the trap of thought? Yes, this is the trap, where question after question, thought after thought, and the answer is nowhere to be found. When does thought become a trap? When thoughts start to bind us instead of liberating us. When we replay an event 100 times in the mind, why did she say that? Why did I do that? I wish I had done this. If only that had happened. This is the trap of thought. And the sad part is that we weave this net ourselves and then we get caught in it. Have you ever truly seen yourself? We look at our face in the mirror every morning, but when did you last see your soul? Have you ever sat down and asked yourself, who am I thinking about so much? Why am I thinking? Is this necessary? Our mind is like a movie. Something is playing on the screen every moment. But have you ever acted as the personal director? Have you ever pressed the pause button? The difference between thought and reality. Very often, what we think about is not reality. We imagine, we fear. Maybe he is angry. Maybe I will fail. Maybe everything will fall apart. But it doesn't happen. Thought is not reality. It is just a possibility, and we get so entangled in that possibility that we forget to live the present moment. In our thoughts, we exaggerate small moments. We hide countless meanings in small words. And then, fearing those meanings, we distance ourselves from ourselves. Thought is a possibility. Reality is an experience. Thought says, I am scared. Reality says, nothing has happened yet. Lost in thought, we sacrifice today for the anxiety of tomorrow. And when tomorrow arrives, we find that we never really live today. Thought can become an obstacle if it is mistaken for reality. But if we look at the truth, we will find that life is not as difficult as we had imagined it to be. So the next time a fear arises in your mind or a doubt, ask yourself just one question. Is this my thought, or is it reality? Because once you understand the difference, you will find the solution. If you wish, I can give you a small practice. The experience of separating yourself by observing your thought. How to escape the trap of thought. Now the real question is, how to escape. Is there a way? Yes, there is. Step 1. Stop. Yes, just stop. Is a thought coming? It's okay. Try to observe it. Don't run with it. Sit and think, why did this thought come? Is it true? Step 2. Write. Whatever thought is inside, bring it out. Write it down on paper. Keep one rule while writing. No censor, no judgment. Whatever is in the mind, let it come out. This is purification. Step 3. Focus on the breath. When the mind races, the breath also quickens. Just 1 minute, just watch your breath. Don't control it, don't change anything, just watch. Slowly, your mind will quieten. Step 4. Connect with nature. Trees, leaves, the sky, the sound of birds. These are the cure for thought. Sitting under a tree brings the mind the same peace as being in a mother's lap. Be the master of thought, not the slave. We think that we are thinking, but actually, thought is thinking us. Every morning when we wake up, we think, I will do something new today. But then the same old thought drags us back into the same old fear. We say, what if I fall? What if people laugh? What if I fail? But this what if is only thought, not reality. Thought, if controlled, can create history. And if out of control, it can create a prison. Therefore, be the master of thought, not the slave. Give thought direction. Don't let it give you direction. Because when you do not choose the thought chooses you. And it chooses fear, doubt, procrastination. Because its job is to show possibilities, but your job is to make a decision. Change this relationship. From now on, every time a thought comes, ask, is this for my benefit? Is this solving anything for me? If the answer is no, then say namaskar, hello and goodbye to the thought and let it go. Example. Suppose someone said something mean to you. Now for 10 days you keep repeating that line. Why did he say that? What mistake did I make? And on the other side, that person is living their life. So think. Who is suffering? Them? No. You? Yes. Why? Because you are entangled in thought. Now cut the trap of thought yourself. Okay, he said it, but why am I punishing myself instead of responding to him? This is understanding. This is awareness. The path of practice, just 10 minutes every day. Sit silently. No mobile, no noise. Just with yourself. That silence will show you that there is a world beyond thought, where there is only being. In conclusion, as long as we remain entangled in the trap of thought, life will remain distant from us even while it unfolds before us. Now it is up to you to decide. To be a slave of thought or to transcend it? To quiet the mind is not to become empty, but to become fully alive. The answer to every question is not in thought, sometimes it is found in silence. The cure for every fear is not in preparation. Sometimes it is hidden in faith. We keep thinking, when will the right time come? But perhaps the right time comes when we stop waiting and start living. Because life begins where thought ends, where the voice of the heart is heard louder than the commotion of the mind. So let's make thought a companion, not a rider. And let's live life not as a question, but as an experience. So let's, from today, think a little less, feel a little more, live a little more. Because this was not just a video, it was a journey to meet yourself. So subscribe to the channel. And yes, don't forget to press the bell icon, so that the next time a message comes to touch the silence within you, it reaches you without delay. Join us, keep learning, and keep moving forward with every new idea, so that every new video brings a new ray of inspiration into your life. Because life begins where thought ends. Thank you. Remember, knowledge is life.